All right, welcome back. And this is the press review right here on ABS television. My name is Obina, and I'm here with Sir Jerry Obodo. A very, well, I say in recent times, a very, I won't say popular, but of course, a known face. He's always been here, over the past few months to share with us, to analyze some of the developing stories with us. And sometimes, most of the times, his takes are quite very insightful. Good morning, Sir Jerry Obodo.
Good morning, Obi.
How do you feel this morning?
Yeah, by the grace of God, I'm cool and calculated.
Oh, well calculated. Yeah. Really very important. All right, let's begin to look at the major headlines we have right there on the ABS website. What we have, MDA's begin budget defense at Anambra State Assembly, and we also have collaborations and linkages directorate. Okay, collaborations and linkages directorate. COOU commemorates 2025 World AIDS Day in Orca. And we also have Obi Jackson Group community members hold health walk at Okija. And we also have 2025 Award Day Borehole Drillers Association task members on international best practices. And then we have federal government to review identities of terrorism financiers soon. Ondo State government establishes special court for power-related offenses. Democratic Republic of Congo declared end to latest Ebola outbreak. So these are the major headlines we have right on the ABS website this morning. So we expect that you take that time out to begin to look at some of those stories. So coming to you, Sir Jerry Obodo, these headlines, which one would you say pricks you the most? Would you be looking at insecurity? Would you be looking at the local development in Anambra State? Would you be looking at the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo? They've actually gone through a lot this year and a whole lot of things, probably in Ondo State. So which would you want to?
Yeah, let me begin with the FG to reveal identities of terrorism financiers soon. How soon will this soon be is the question.
Actually, some names were released last night. I do not know if it's official, but most of these names were basically people from the northern extracts and people of the Muslim faith. But I do not know how official those names were. And we could see reactions, people having to put so much pressure, people having to connect it to the, people, in fact, in recent times, when you go through social media, especially on X, you see people hitting hard, criticizing the idealism, the idealism of the, Muslim faith or something. So probably that's not what we should talk about, because probably it's very sensitive. But
yeah, of course.
So what's your take on that development?
Yeah, like I said, it's very, very unfortunate that people are causing, mayhem problem to fellow human beings by putting their money into what could, destroy the society. A lot of harm has been caused or been done because of the insecurity that this terrorist group have caused, in Nigeria. So it's totally unacceptable and condemnable. And I want the federal government to quickly, not just bringing them on paper, to quickly, arrest them and give them appropriate, sanctions. Yeah, that's what my take on that.
All right. Any other, major headline that actually does?
The DRC declared end to latest Ebola outbreak. Yeah, I commend the government and the Ministry of Health over there for quickly tackling this matter, because if it escalates, it does no one any good, and it could be contacted and other nations could be involved. So I commend them for quickly tackling it immediately and nipping it in the bud.
All right, let's begin to look at some of the major newspapers, tabloids across within Nigeria. Currently, we'll start with the Daily Sun this morning, where we have agri industrial growth drive Nigeria's GDP to 3.9%, 3.98% basically, same thing. Then we also have northern governors, royal fathers rise up against insecurity, and the kicker to that, we must act now or lose the North governors to raise 19 billion naira monthly. We also have, as security trust fund. We also have our region must work together to tame security challenges, vows Sultan. Then we also have Guinea-Bissau. Tinubu moves to secure, not seeing that clearly. Anxiety in Kano over influx of strange, also not seeing that clearly. So move away from the Daily Sun this morning, and of course we look at the Punch newspaper. What we'll have the Punch newspaper this morning: abduction surge. Northern governors demand mining suspension. Unveil 228 billion naira security fund. Kicker to that, state police stops agenda at 19 northern governors meeting. Federal government enlists UK, France support. I also have Court of Appeal grant interim restorative orders, reserving judgment procured by Nest Oil Nekonde. All right. We also have Tinubu plans replacement as defense minister resigns. Faith divide widens. Students protest religious inequality at Gombe University. And then we also have, all right, those are the major headlines in the Punch newspaper this morning. Then we look at the Vanguard this morning, and on the Vanguard we have bid round. Federal government offers 50 oil blocks, targets $10 billion investment. And then we also have terrorism, US, France, UK backing Nigeria with technical support coming from Ribadu Coup. Nigeria protects Guinea-Bissau's opposition candidate. And we have Defense Minister Badaru resigns. Insecurity, Northern governors, State police suspend mining. And we have Jonathan's wife, Ganduje Duke, Fayoshe, others lose Abuja lands as Wike revokes 1,095 plots. We are no longer owners of property. Fayoshe Obahiagbon, coming from Fayoshe and Obahiagbon. All right, Amotekun Agbekoya warriors move into southwest forests. Board promotes 24,202 senior paramilitary officers. Fubara counters Speaker Amewule's criticism on education. So these are the major headlines right there on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And then on the Daily Independent, this morning, we have Agric, ICT, financial services boost Nigerian economy in the third quarter. All right, the third quarter, that basically from September to December. Right, then we have millions of Nigerian drivers at risk due to fairly used tires. NUPRC projects $10 billion investment as licensing round opens. Nigeria's $1 trillion goal hinges on SMEs coming from Abbas. And we also have launches high-tech drones and equipment to boost security. Nigeria grants asylum to Guinea-Bissau opposition candidates after coup. And then NSSEC rolls out national standards for security education. Terrorism, US, France, UK providing support to Nigeria coming from Ribado visits Kotangora over abduction of pupils. Defense Minister Badaru resigns. PDP national leadership, state give conflicting notices on Osun 2026 Guber primary. Nigeria's oil output edges up, still misses ambitious targets. All right, to move to this day newspaper this morning, we'll have Defense Minister Badaru resigns. Tinubu considers ex-CDS Christopher Musa as likely replacement. Coup aftermath. Nigeria offers protection for Guinea-Bissau opposition candidate. Diaso. NUPRC targets $10 billion investment, list 50 oil gas blocks in new licensing round. And we also have Total Energies announces plans to sell 40% of Nigeria's assets to Chevron. And these are the major headlines right there in front of the This Day newspaper this morning. So, Jerry Obodo, let's begin to analyze some of the stories that we've read this morning. a whole lot of things, probably not too much, not things that are not consistent with development in Nigeria. It very much talks about the economy, talks about insecurity and all that. But in insecurity, are we going to allow the resignation of Badari, the defense minister?
Yeah, if it is in advanced climes, if one does not deliver, given the time he assumes office, the person could throw in towel for the fact that he has not been able to achieve his mandate, what is expected of him. But here in Nigeria and in Africa, the sit-tight mentality has eaten deep into the people. They would rather continue to patch up, and continue to hang on when he's not even delivering or doing anything tangible, that impacts on the society. So I think the Minister of Defense has done what he needs to do. He has done the needful, because the insecurity has continued to, to continue to grow in wings and causing a lot of problem, and the solution has not been found. So I think he did the right thing. By
over the years, we've seen changes. We've seen changes. We've seen changes in the Ministry of Defense and a whole lot of things, but little to nothing has actually, been done about the insecurity. Whether the insecurity exacerbating, that is stopping or reducing, or rather we've seen increase. So is it actually about changing the leadership, or about determination, that honest efforts to actually curb insecurity?
No, the area I'm looking at, the minute, what I said, he has, decided on his own to throw in the towel. Having seen that what he came in to do is not being done. The insecurity is still there, escalating. The kidnapping is still there. The abduction still there. So he has seen that, look, this is something that I think I have not been able to, to stop. So the right thing is to give it, throw in the towel, let another person come and, do the job. So on his side, is a welcome development. But on the other side, what is lacking is the determination to confront the insecurity head on.
Okay, if the government is not actually not determined.
Yes. I've been here a number of times. Even during the Buhari regime, the former Minister of Information, at that time, said that they know who are the financiers, that they know who are the terrorists. So what stopped them from, getting these guys and get them out of the way, so that there won't be such insecurity again. So that's the problem we have. You remember that during the Jonathan's era, there was a former chief of army staff, Azubike Hejika. He was determined and was, fighting this. Then it was Boko Haram. He was about to exterminate the Boko Haram on the face of Borno State, before the same northerners was crying, begging Jonathan that he wasn't fighting only the Boko Haram, but he's killing their people.
So I think there seems to be that collaboration between the people and leaders of the northern extract and these terrorists.
Yes. That is why, from what alleged names of financial role, that they're not the northern people. So there is a.
But the northern governors are saying, from what we read this morning,
okay,
that,
that's a recent,
yes, that they're willing to, fight insecurity. In fact, moving to, raise about 19 billion naira, monthly to fight insecurity up north. You think it's not enough? You think it's basically just lip service?
yeah, like I said, this is a recent development. It's a good, move, because some of the northerners too benefit from the windfall that comes in from donor agencies. So they wouldn't like that to stop. But even though the Trump, when he came in, he saw that the thing was not used for what it was meant, for the IDPs and all that, but it goes into private pocket. So if the governors have woken up, it's good. With the money they are putting on the pool, it's good. They can use it to secure their area, so that people will be secure there and sleep with their two eyes closed. So that's is a good thing. And also, the illegal mining thing is another angle they should look at. Even the federal government has a knock on that, because whereas the oil in the southeast are used centrally to finance Nigerian budget, the illegal mining in the north, like gold and all that, is going into private pocket illegal miners and all that. What stopped them from stopping it? Like they are chasing out, illegal refineries and all that in the area. So I think that's another area the terrorists get money, where they finance their illegal activities. And also, it's alleged that Chinese miners are there. What they're getting to under which post is the money going into. So these are the things that also cause problem in the north. But I commend the governors for coming together to say that they let them do what Mr. Governor here is doing, by floating Agune Chamber and Udogachi. It will complement the effort of the state. I mean the police. Yeah.
Okay. Would you also encourage the procurement of state police? Because there've been calls about this. There've been lots of talks about state police. There've been lots of clamoring by governors, by from civil society groups and all that, the need for security for state police, because most of the times these commissioners of police in different states do not accord the governors respect most times, because most of the times they take orders from Abuja. Some would say Oga at the top. So don't you think you should agree with them?
Yeah, is the call is long overdue. It's been there, but the political will to go for it is what is lacking. It's been there even during Buhari and all that. So, in a democratically, situation, you borrow this from America. You should borrow, some of the good aspects of it. They have a decentralized police system, so there's nothing wrong in Nigeria adopting a state police. Reasons is that the state police are the indigenes of a particular area or state. They know the nooks and crannies, the terrain of their state. They can easily chase somebody because they know the place and get the person. But the guy from Sokoto or all this they are foreigners to the state where they are, so it's difficult because they don't know the terrain, So I am of the opinion that even though that recently President Tinubu has his body language shows that he really will want to go in for it. So, but I advise that he quickly go into it. Let's start the process.
Yes, without wasting time, like
Yes.
just basically taking action and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
All right, let's look at the Guardian newspaper this month. We'll have almost same story, similar stories, and not only is suspend mining back state police to tackle insecurity. Come from Guardian newspaper. Federal High Court Federal High Court order in Nest Oil FBN inquest case still valid. All right, so I then move to the Daily Trust this morning, where we'll have Defense Minister Badaro resigns, how our Greek industrial sectors pushed Nigeria's GDP to 3.98% in the third quarter. Kano new bandits frontier consequences for economy. Yeah, Niger students abduction. We are having sleepless nights. Parents tell the National Security Advisor. Then we also have banditry. Northern governors Austin able to suspend mining for 6 months. Oshun 2026, Adeleke no longer interested in PDP ticket. Come from the party chairman. $2 billion debt. Nest Oil's offices repossessed. Nigeria grants asylum to Guinea-Bissau opposition candidate. All right, so we'll move to the Nigerian Tribunal. We'll have Court of Appeal grants interim restorative orders reversing judgment procured by Nest Oil Nekonde, and then confusion over Adeleke as PDP National Working Committee, Oshun Chapter DEFA, and governorship primaries. Fresh $100 million investment lands in Edo. Governor commends firm. Northern governors endorse state police, each state to contribute 1 billion naira every month for security. Wants federal government to suspend mining exploration for 6 months. And then finally, the last but not the least, on the Blueprint newspaper, we'll have the NSCDC says 3,000 workforce can't meet VIP's needs, coming from, according to investigations and kickers to that, needs specialized manpower. Federal government promotes 24,000 paramilitary officers. Our corps must be well equipped, trained for new role. Ex-DSS director, for report any VIP with escort presidency tells Nigerians. All right, federal government proposes 40% salary increase for ASU lecturers. Northern governors, traditional rulers, back state police, suspend mining for 6 months. States, local governments agree to 1 billion naira monthly deduction for security trust. Abducted Niger school children will soon return. Tinubu. Actually, these are the major headlines right there this morning. We just gave you the Blueprint, the Nigerian Tribune, and many of the other newspapers this morning. And these headlines, we've covered most of them. Talks about insecurity, talks about state policing, talks about stopping illegal mining, and a whole lot of other development we've seen across the tabloids this morning. Are there some you feel we have not been able to look into, or something of that nature?
Yeah, we have almost covered the major headlines in the papers. What I can say is that the federal government will quickly move into this illegal mining going on in the north, especially in Zamfara, and quickly sanitize that business, remove those that are causing problem there, so that they won't be getting the revenue they are using to finance their whatever illegal security force people that they have there that is terrorizing the people, and quickly get those financiers and deal with them, so that the means of the income will be blocked. With this, the insecurity in the north will, very soon be a thing of the past. And also I want the federal government to continue dealing with the US, France, and UK. Whatever assistance they can get to them is welcome development. That's what we call a peer review mechanism. It's not a bad idea if you peer review with another country.
No.
Yes.
There should be that, international collaboration,
Yes.
to get these things done.
Yes.
That collaboration, that, diplomacy,
Yes.
that connection,
Yes.
and all that. These things are of, great importance, especially as we've got lots of issues happening, within the country. We also saw that headline where, students in the northern universities, especially Christian students in the northern universities, especially, I think there were references made to Gombe University, Kebbi universities, whereby, Christians are not giving that, like say chapel, they're not giving that, a facility to actually have spiritual exercises like prayers and a whole lot of, development right there. Should that be an issue?
It should be. It shouldn't be, something that we'll be talking about in the present, Nigeria, where you have freedom of worship, freedom of association. So I urge whoever that is engaging or indulging in that act to quickly, retrace his steps. It's not going in the right direction. And I want the state government to quickly intervene and make sure that there's no, such act against the Christians.
Yes, we see these things a lot in universities up north, where, in fact, a couple of years ago, we heard and saw killings, a mobbing of a young Christian lady, talking about Deborah, and a whole lot of stories that have been, connected to, well, I say, reactions, killings, and a whole lot of unfortunate reports that are very much connected to, fanaticism, that is religious fanaticism, or even if we do not say it is fanaticism, but very connected to the religious faith. Should people be, willing to kill people or to take lives because of their religion? Because in recent times, I think yesterday, the head of the Catholic Church talking about Pope not Benedict. I'm trying to remember. Pope Leo, exactly. He was a couple of, for the past couple of days, he visited Turkey, and yesterday he arrived. He was seen in Lebanon, and a whole lot of things. In Turkey, he visited the Blue Mosque, trying to and in visiting the Blue Mosque, he was very respectful, pulling off his shoes and stepping into the mosque, and a whole lot of things, showing collaboration, and also making statements against religious fanaticism, where you have to kill people to prove a point to the God of your religion. With all this, don't you think it should be an issue, or what's your take?
It's a very serious concern. Very, very obsolete, archaic, that people will kill fellow human beings. We are all created by God, and is in his own image, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, whatever you are. So, for the fact that we are created by God, you have no right to take anybody's life. It is only God that can. So that one alone is condemnable, and it's totally unacceptable as far as I'm concerned, that people go about doing killing people because of religion. So they should remember that a day of reckoning is coming. So they will give account of whatever atrocities or ills they perpetrated in this war. So I advise Muslims, as a matter of fact, even during the advent of Jesus Christ, whatever they are doing is what they call persuasion, not using force on anybody. So you are persuaded with what the doctrine they have, whatever benefits for you. If you accept, you join them, but nobody kills anybody. So that's why I use the word archaic and obsolete, very naive for the so-called Muslim fanatists to be killing people and doing what is not expected of them. That's my take on that.
All right, thank you very much, Jerry Obodo, for your take on this development. Next, we have, of course, the discussion segment of the Good Morning Anambra, where we will have a couple of guests this morning. First of all, we'll be looking at people with disabilities in commemoration of their 2025 Day of People with Disabilities. We'll have a couple of people to discuss that with us, and later on, we'll be having the the controversial National Youth Council of Nigeria leader, acting chairman in Anambra State. We'll be talking a lot about, probably not focusing on that. Of course, there are lots of preparation for the young people in Anambra, but probably we'll touchlight that. We'll look at some of the development and all that with other programs we've got for you right here on ABS Television. My name is Obina. Stay tuned as we bring you the Good Morning, the discussion segment of the Good Morning Anambra right here on ABS Television.